So I have a stat for you. Assuming this is correct, K1 has 12 lifetime anti-mage games with a 67% win rate. Obviously not the most popular hero right now, but often a counter pick to think about into a Storm Spirit. You think we could see that today?
I don't think that anti-mage is going to be a common counter pick into the Storm. I mean, that one is more likely the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I mean, it's basically all the benefit of anti-mage without picking anti-mage.
And it's going to be Husky Chen coming out next, so pulling out all the stops here. They got the specialty hero, specialty player. Now, the Nyx Assassin counters out two of the heroes here, both the Storm and the Dawnbreaker. I feel like it's pretty awful against Chen inside the laning phase, though. They did switch things up last game, though. They ran the CM in the 4 and Nyx Assassin in the 5, even though I thought you'd have good kill potential between the CM and Juggernaut. They go Tusk immediately after the Nyx. Very good against the Nyx Assassin, but this also calls into question if it's really going to be Storm Spirit in the mid lane, because we know Gunnar loves playing his Tusk mid.
So does that mean it would be a Lelis 4 support Storm? Would it be a safe lane Storm? Where would you put it then?
I am not sure. I mean, it's almost certainly going to be Storm mid, right? I'm just saying. Maybe we go back to the old days where Storm Spirit could run in pause 1 and then you buy mana boots and give mana to his supports and then go into the jungle, build a bloodstone.
Maybe
I got my nostalgia goggles on.
Listen, nostalgia goggles is my kind of style. I brought up anti-mage. Anti-mage as a hero is nostalgia goggles at this point. Like, the hero's been dead for years.
I mean, you pick it up when you play against Medusa, but I think against the Storm Spirit, it's just not that viable.
5 seconds remaining.
Ooh, man, this is I like the Sven pick though. I think Sven in general is a pretty decent hero against Tusk, both defensively on the Warcry and then counter offensively with the Stormbolt after a snowball play, assuming that's a Tusk doesn't have Blink still available. So you have a lot of options there with the Sven versus Tusk matchup.
Yeah.
Nouns turn
Venomancer, Lifestealer gotten rid of, so protecting their bases. Lifestealer, one of the better heroes against Mars inside the lane, also plays fairly well into the Sven. Nyx Assassin, I think, does struggle against him as well. The Venomancer ban is curious, though.
Maybe, I mean, they're thinking it's probably Dark Mago Mars mid. At this point, you know, you have some melee cores which do a certain job. And Veno just adds tons of slow, tons of soft CC, tons of damage. Just makes your team fight so much more chaotic, and it makes Nouns need to burst down Veno before he unleashes his load. But the problem is if you do that, then Mars can get his spells off. Sven can get his spells off. So maybe they're trying to eliminate the chaos in the team fight.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, like, if they've been to the Venomancer, they'll take something like a Wraith King or an Ursa, though. They're afraid of being kited around.
Perhaps they'll ban Viper as well, then in that case, that's their idea.
Yeah.
We saw Viper banned earlier in the series, and it wouldn't be too shocking if it's banned again in our Game 3 ban for Nouns.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking. This is, I mean, obviously that's an important ban. Again, they're in a situation where they played with first pick last game. They're playing a first pick again this game, which means Beast Coast will have that inevitable counter pick at 24 with the overall last pick in the draft.
Yep.
And they ban Sacred's Weaver, certainly a signature selection of Beast Coast's offlaner, which means Viper not banned.
I mentioned Ursa and Wraith King. I think it's most likely to be Ursa if we're seeing the Weaver banned out. Wraith King at least has a stun. You can set up for, you know, like Chen or Tusk coming in on them. I think the Weaver would be the hardest to deal with. So I'm thinking probably Wraith King comes out next year for Beast Coast.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm just not sure how good it is against the Sven. Or sorry, Wraith King for
5
Nouns.
seconds remaining.
As far as the last pick on Beast Coast,
They can wait. They can be patient. Get the lane counter pick. Troll Warlord. I mean, Beast Coast respect banned that out earlier, not wanting to deal with it. And like, you know what? That's a good idea. We'll grab them. The instant snap pick is Timbersaw for Sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a Mars offlane Timbersaw mid, which certainly is possible.
Yeah. I mean, playing the Timbersaw here, you are into, what, 2 strength heroes? You don't have a great way of dealing with the Timbersaw either. I mean, if you're playing Chen against it, you're gonna build up stacks of reactive armor. It has been a while since I've seen Timbersaw, but this hero's been coming back into popularity ever since Wraith Pack ended up getting nerfed.
Wait, if you're Beast Coast, do you swap lanes here? Because if you put Sacred into the Dawnbreaker Tusk lane, that's Timber into 2 strength heroes in the lane. Do you just go for that swap right now?
Yeah. Wait, Timber into... I mean, it's going to be Yimson and Husky playing against the Timbersaw.
That's why if you're Sacred, you swap it into 2 strength heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you really want to do that?
I'm not sure if they really want to, but...
Your Sven is playing into a Chen and a Troll at that point. And that's pretty
maybe you're
miserable.
right, yeah.
So then
Maybe it'd be better for Sacred, but it'd be terrible for K1, yeah.
Yeah. Even then, I think Dawnbreaker has a lot more kill potential onto the Timbersaw as well. At level 1, you'd definitely be able to bring him down.
I see. I just saw 2 strength here. I'm like, hey, Timbersaw likes leading into those, but turns out I may have jumped the gun on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you prefer draft-wise here?
Based on what I saw last game, I definitely prefer how Mu was playing in the Dawnbreaker. But again, you've got the Assassin counter against a lot of these things. The Timbersaw, I think, will do decent against the Troll Warlord in the Chen lane. You know, I'm gonna go with nouns. I'll be a biased caster. I'm not gonna let Colin Basher scare me into hyping up Beast Coast anymore. It's not gonna happen. I believe nouns' draft. I think they'll win this one.
I actually disagree. I think Beast Coast have enough lockdown to deal with the Storm and deal with the Troll. Now, if Nouns can get online their heroes, then they're going to be very difficult to stop. But I think Beast Coast will be able to do well in the lanes enough to take momentum into the post-laning based skirmishes and then have momentum to win the game.
All right. Now take a look at this.
We'll find out.
The couriers outside the base, 4 of them, ready to put items. But the Dawnbreaker, Moose courier hasn't gone anywhere.
What can you do? I mean, he'll move it eventually. By the way, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 3 of Beast Coast taking on Nouns. Beast Coast won game 1, Nouns won game 2. It's the all-deciding game 3. The winner moves into the top 4 to play the winner of Infinity versus Thunder Awakening, which, by the way, is on after this series. The loser goes home at 5th place. My name's Badger. I am joined by the always fantastic, cuddly Neph Sensei, and hopefully we're going to be in for some great game 3.
Cuddly, huh? It just changes
Probably,
every time.
I'm trying to get, different adjectives. I'm like, all right, you seem like you'd be cuddly. You've got a big smile.
He looked like a big, dumb, goofy guy. Thanks, Badger.
Do you want me to change it up next time? Call you a rough, rugged Sasquatch that's gonna rip people's heads off? What do you want?
Yes, call me that.
I will. I'll keep that in the bag for later. The horn is ringing though. Nouns won again 3 runes. That's been the name of the game for them, is grab 3 runes. Husky runs forward. Scope is on the west side with Lelis. Sacred backs off. Husky grabs the rune, and again with Moo on the other area of the map, he'll get the rune as well. It's 3 more runes for Nouns. How do they keep doing it?
All right, they won the last game that they got 3 runes, so they're not cursed anymore.
Because you'd expect in general the average team in these Pro Series games would trend towards 2 runes on average, but Nouns, I think they have an average of like 2.8 runes per game at minute 0, which is unbelievably high.
Mm-hmm. Let's switch back over to last hit so I don't miss that one.
Good idea.
Yeah, they're doing fairly well. Gunnar already getting pressure put onto him by Dark Mago. This hero does do reasonably well against the Storm Spirit, I feel. He's got enough attack range at 250 that he can move away from the Remnants when Gunnar drops them. But once you got level 3 on the Storm Spirit, I think it's playable here. At that point, you can pull him in Electric Vortex, get 2 overload attacks off on him. It can do a lot of damage.
And Dark Mago's had some very good starts to his laning phase today, and he was doing very well in the first wave, but now he's taking a lot of Storm's damage. Gunnar got 2 before Dark Mago did, so now both mid laners are very injured.
Yeah. You played
big
too
range
far
trade.
up on this.
We'll get the last time. Nice.
Yeah. You played too far up on the Storm Spirit, you definitely take a lot of damage.
Then we have side lanes. We got Husky on the Chen. You were raving about his Enchantress the other night, and now it's a very similar hero, being the Chen. Ooh, he's even better on Shen. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look at
He's winning the trade so far in this lane. I mean, Sacred and Scope are both pretty injured right now.
This is a level 27 gen.
That's pretty high.
Yeah. Man enjoys playing the hero.
Is this Courier dead? Is Husky about to die? It is. Oh no, the jukes from the fog!
Yeah, moves into the tower. May survive there. Lellis cut out of position here. It's not level 2, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it. He's still got a Fairy Fire to work with, and yeah, pops it. Would have been able to finish him off with a Fade Bolt had he not popped that Fairy Fire.
Yeah, good save there from Lellis. Regardless, still a good trade for Beast Coast. They win that trade regen-wise heavily.
Yeah. With mid lane, Gunner refills his bottle, and unfortunately, yeah, Dark Mago. He'll grab the other one. Of course, stops both good from grabbing it.
Hammer forward from Moo. He's going in on Stinger, but Stinger dodges the stun, so no death on Rubik. K1's opted for level 2 Warcry, which isn't too shocking, but certainly a nice counterplay tool into this Moo damage.
I think he's meant to put 2 points in the Warcry. I'm like, that is shocking. That's awful.
No. He's not level 3 yet. Maybe he will go 2 points. Probably not. So probably got 2 points this time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Gunner throws the net off on a Schofield with the Hill Troll. Now he's body blocking Schofield with it, or he was. Schofield managed to dodge around it.
Look at this Obs ward from Husky. It's there for this exact play.
Yeah. He placed that one at the start. I was looking at that one. I figure it kind of makes sense given that Nick Assassin is going to be like moving around through the jungle. We'll catch a rotation to Timbersaw when Troll wants to retreat into the jungle as well. But it'll expire before then.
If we're watching K1's skill build, by the way, he's 1-1-1. Got the early point in cleave. Indicating he might want to leave the jungle relatively soon. Does not want to trade in the lane, which makes sense. He's laning into Dawnbreaker and Tusk.
Yep. Mid lane, Nick Assassin wraps over to the mid lane. One Gunner tip him. Much I outplayed him with the creeps. I wasn't quite paying super close attention there. Bottom lane.
Top lane. Well, bottom lane, we see a bit of a 2v2 fight going on. Lellis is low. K1 has no stun, is still on cooldown. However, Fable is up again for Stinger, but Moo goes in aggressively. But instead, it's mid lane in the river 2v2 fight going on. Gunner is dropping. He'll try to turn first blood. Will go to Dark Mago. Husky at the very least will get the water rune, but if you're Beast Coast, a fantastic first blood to get.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And managed to grab the other water rune as well on Dark Mago. Fell back up to full HP and mana. It's possible that Gunner retreats into the jungle at this point, and Husky takes over mid. I guess not. We'll come right back in the Storm Spirit. You're a little bit concerned about Dark Mago hitting level 6 before you and setting up like a spear kill on you. So you don't want to be here, you know, when you're not level 6 and Dark Mago is.
We're at the bottom, Stinger's dropping low right now. Actually, mid as well, you're right. We're seeing Dark Mago getting a Vortex in by Gunner. Both lanes are very low right now. Gunner is trading. Dark Mago is trading. Bot lane, they're still fighting. Back to mid lane again. The fight appears to have ended. Spear back on Gunner. Back to the bottom lane. Never mind, it's also ended. How did nobody die anywhere there?
We got
there were 8 heroes fighting and nobody died.
Yeah, everyone is quite tanky in this game.
I mean, Rubik, Chen, Nyx. I mean, I guess Nyx is pretty tanky, but
yep.
You figure somebody would be dead after all that.
Yeah, I set the spike Carapace there on Nick's Assassin, didn't connect it. Up in the top lane, Yamson's gonna start to struggle against the Timbersaw here. He's got 3 points in reactive armor. And regen's like 20 HP a second. He's not even hurting him at this point, so it'll be time to retreat into the jungle pretty quickly here.
He has the Ring of Health as well, so he's doubling down on one of Timbersaw's big strengths of just having a ton of regen.
Yep. At this point, Gunner is safe from Mars hitting level 6 before him, so he can just stick out in the mid lane, and he'll be just fine. Schofield walks into the pit with an observer and then outwards. I'm not sure if Husky saw that.
He does have no sentry currently, but he has one in his stash, so perhaps he'll bring it out for that exact purpose.
Yeah. I mean, he might have just been clicking the assassin, see him walk into the Roche pit with an observer ward, then out without one in his inventory.
Lellis is about to solo kill Stinger. It appears needs 2 more hits of the tag, or maybe 3 more hits now. Stinger pops the stick, and with that extra little bit of tower armor, Stinger will not die. Meanwhile, over into the river, it's Schofield being gone on by Gunner and Husky. In comes Dark Mago with the 2-man arena. Rebuke. Spears being tanked by Husky, so Gunner remains alive, but he's not 6 yet. Gunner got 6 before Or he got 6 after Dark Niggle. He's still not even 6 quite yet. Husky will have to turn. Dark Niggle will run away. Again, somehow nobody dead. Though Dark Niggle is still fighting. Spear on Husky, impale fall, bit of a stun stack. The damage is sufficient to bring down Husky. Is Gunner alive, actually? He might just die here.
He's got raindrops. He'll survive a spear. I think he'll just barely survive a Spear of God's Rebuke. He's got 3 points in it and 1 God's Rebuke. If Schofield wraps around on him and manages to get anything off on him, he'll die, but he's got no mana at the moment.
2 fights going on, both mid and bottom. Lift up, cancel Starbreaker, so Stinger is safe K1. Back to mid. Spear on Gunner, but he's with Husky. Husky backs him up.
Yeah, and he just refilled his bottle, so he's going to be fine.
This is a remarkable amount of fighting for only 2 kills.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have like an expected value of number of kills with this many brawls, it'll be like 10. We have 2.
Oh, I hate to see it. Drains his mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really was expecting to see like 10 kills. These people have done like a lot of hero damage to each other, but nobody's gone down. It's kind of
like,
insane.
The openings per kill statistic is massive right now.
Yeah.
Let's move up to bottom lane. He's running on at the hammer. It'll miss on K1, but he's causing morale damage.
Yeah.
He has 6, by the way.
Power rune that I was concerned about. Gunner manages to find himself a double damage rune.
Went on Schofield. Perhaps wants to tower dive. Lelis and Husky are backing him up. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going on Moo as well. Storm bolted by K1. Fade bolted by Stinger.
He's got 13 wand charges. He'll be able to walk away from this one.
So again, we saw it again. 2 brawls break out. Nobody dies. Name of the game, game 3.
Yeah. Name of the game is exciting but boring. You have me flipping my camera around the map trying to catch these kills for these engagements happening. They're just not happening.
I'm making your job very difficult. So I'm trying to like cast bottom lane. Solar Guardian from Moo joining Lelis. Perhaps if we kill. Dark Niggle rotates in the arena onto Spear on Lelis. Rebuke's on cooldown, but it seems not to matter. Lelis is dead, and Moo will drop as well. 1 kill to Stinger, 1 kill to Moo, and we have kills, neph. They exist.
They're on the board. There we go. Beast Coast 4-0 off to an amazing start this game. And not another start that Moo had in the previous game. Looks like this time they were ready to deal with the Dawnbreaker. This will give Gunner space to come back online. I mean, they had a rough beginning, dying to the Mars. And Yimson's had pretty free farm. He's actually ahead of Sacred as far as net worth goes, which is impressive.
There's going to be a lot on Yamsun, though. Look at the hero net worth chart. It's Yamsun on top of it, all 3 Beast Coast cores. Both Gunner and Moo heavily struggling net worth-wise.
Sacred could potentially find a kill off on the Yamsun here. If he's just got to walk away at the moment. Move back to the jungle. If he's lucky, he'll find something like a Morbid Mass right now. He's going to hold on to the Lance of Pursuit.
Ooh, look at this from Yamsun. You see this a lot on Wraith King, but he's holding a skill point. He has 4 in Axes, 1 in Berserker's Rage, 2 in Fervor. He has a skill point held in case he needs to skill the ulti, the Battle Trance.
Fun fact, holding a skill point means that you might as well not have that skill point. You're going to hold it for the whole level. The only hero that it doesn't apply to is Wraith King, where sometimes you want to go down with your ultimate, other times
Radiant's bottom tower is under
maybe he doesn't know yet. Maybe he doesn't know if he needs. But he's skilled Berserker's Rage 2 points. So
yeah, see?
No Battle Trance.
Otherwise, he knows that he might as well not have it. He'll jungle fast by putting extra points into this. Just tanky for the creeps as well. The extra armor that's going to give him. But top tower gets taken by the Timber Saw. I mean, it's only a matter of time until that was going to happen. It'll make it easier.
Or to mid lane. Meanwhile, Gunner gets a solo kill on K1. Caught him in the jungle, farming it up, and despite Dark Niggle being nearby, Gunner makes an absolutely massive solo play.
Which I unfortunately did not see. I mean, they had vision of him thanks to that ward that Leslie placed earlier.
I'm shocked with that one. That's a very important play, both to boost Gunner's game, but also to limit K1's game. He was farming pretty well before that.
That's not right.
East Coast still maintained the lead, but a lot of that lead is lost immediately from that play. That's not right, neph. What's not right?
Oh, it said that he took 6,000 damage on Sven.
We don't know that. We weren't watching it. We don't
I
know.
think he counted like all the damage he took all game on the death summary.
The death was not on our screen, so we don't know much. Impale, Vendetta there on Lelis. Chain on through by Sacred, but Lelis is still trying to survive. Spear back by Dark Mago. Chain forward by Sacred to kill Lelis. 5th kill now for Beast Coast, and they're, again, maintaining a moderate-sized lead. They're up by 2k, up by 4 kills, up by a tower, and they want a second one. There's pings towards that middle T1 tower on nouns side.
I know at this point they don't have a great way of defending it. They see that, well, they saw that the Troll Warlord is going for a Battle Fury. Storm Spirit usually needs, like, another item before he's ready to fight.
Arena, Spear, the Blink from Dark Mago. Gunner, incredibly sad. Beast Coast, jubilant.
Yeah. Man sets up, or tries to go to the mid tower they were setting up on, ends up getting himself killed. Now they're going to move into the jungle. They have vision on... No, they don't have vision on any of these heroes, but they chase him through. They'll see the courier briefly, so they know there's someone hanging around, and I think they'll just hold on top of the hill for a little bit because of that.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Regardless, I mean, Yamsun's forced to go to the buy camp, buy the secret shop, but Sacred realized, wait, there's only so many areas he can be right now. If I run over here, I'm sure I can't really kill him by myself, but I can ruin his game. And if Sacred's ruining Yamsun's game, then Beast Coast will win eventually.
Oh god, those axes on the Troll Warlord hurt my eyes.
Oh god, they're very RGB. We're seeing a jump over on Stinger, snowball forward, punch on Schofield. Gunner balls forward, lifted up by Stinger. Impale on 3 from Schofield. Absolutely fantastic. Yamsun will attempt the man fight with the battle. Trance, Stinger is dead. A 1-for-1 trade. Dark Mago will spear back to the Troll Warlord. Brought down by Sacred. 2-for-1 in favor of Beast Coast. Moo wants vengeance. Snowball forward by Lelis. Schofield is dead. Now a 2-for-2. But Beast Coast will clean up a kill on Lelis as well. 3-for-2 in their favor. They want Moo. Sacred lacks some mana, but he has the will. Moo will escape in time, however. Rebuke Spear could not cancel that Solar Guardian in time. One fight for Beast Coast, but Nouns, they limit the damage.
Yeah, jumped right over that spear and up to the top lane. Mitigating some of the damage, like you mentioned, though, finding the kill off onto Nick Assassin at the end. Still, after a bit of a rough start on Gunner, definitely behind where he wants to be. He was trying to go for early game Witchblade in order to have a good early impact, but now he switched up. Or at least I thought he was going to go for Witchblade. He's going for the Orchid. Good lead on top of targets.
Oh, man. This entire area of the map, they keep trying. The map control situation for Nouns is it's not a disaster yet, but it's certainly a problem. Yeah. And Beast Coast know that. They're punishing. They're playing this buy camp area, ensuring that Nouns cannot farm the way they want. So many heroes need items. And, I mean, Janssen's getting them, but nobody else is. Meanwhile, mid lane, we see a snowball away from Lelis. Another arena blink combo from Dark Mago. Husky and Lelis on the inside. Gunner is speared back. Beast Coast are fighting so beautifully right now. Gunner is dropping. He's already dead. Moo looks for the turn. His stun canceled by Stinger. Sacred chains forward. He's diving all the way. He's rooted up by Yamsun, but Beast Coast, they're looking absolutely fantastic. Another spear from Dark Mago. It catches Moo. Only 2 core kills if Moo dies. He's trying to survive, but no. The more damage from Sacred comes in. 2 more kills for Beast Coast Sacred. And he is, I mean, this is a fantastic game so far for Beast Coast. They're popping off in the post-laning phase situation. And Schofield wants more. He's in biz with the Vendetta. However, Nouns know that. He's under a Sentry Ward. Husky, however. Oh, poor Husky. He's left to die. 3 kills for Beast Coast.
Yeah. What's up for him is they're not able to get on top of the Troll. Again, Troll's net worth was super high up until he took that death, and he's been slowed down. He's got his Battle Fury. You want like 3 items on this hero before you're able to fight into anybody. And I don't think they're going to give it to him. I think you're running the same situation as you did game number 1 because his momentum is just too fast.
Oh, big heads-up play from Gunner. Soul kill Stinger, but can he get away with it? He has no TP, and he has half mana. This is a bold gambit from Gunner, but I'm not sure if Beast Coast know he has no TP. He's running at the Dark Mago, and that will be a problem. He's speared back, now down to half HP. He can't ball away. Stormbolt is not dodged in time, but he's still alive. He'll ball to the north. Closest hero is Sacred, who will chain forward to the high ground. Again, Gunner balls, but it's into Schofield. The Impale, the team play from Beast Coast. They're playing so well right now.
Yeah, everyone on his team running him down.
If you're Gunner, you're like, man, that's their entire team. What can I do?
Stinger's smoke pops instantly as he comes down into deep ward. He places the Observer, and I think he got vision on Moo with that one. So they know that Dawnbreaker is down here, and the rest of the team, they're just going to make a beeline for this bottom part of the map. Schofield will scout this one out.
Well, stands his ground with us and a punch. Nyx Assassin. He's still not dead yet. He built on 4! There's no way he lives here, right? There's no way.
Please kill him. He can't keep getting away with this.
Get away with it! How is this possible? Meanwhile, Gunner goes in, looking for Dark Mago. Dark Mago has the arena. He'll get off in time there on 3, but he's already dead. Now they're inside the arena. Taker goes in. Gunner, balls out. Yamsun and Mu are still on the inside. The arena expires. Sacred runs in. He's half HP. Rooted by Yamsun. In comes Lelis as well. Stunned, but it's out, but Yules from Timber Saw. In comes K1, looking to man fight. He becomes angry and red, looking to cleave, but Gunner's cutting him around. Nouns retreat. Lelis has been caught. He's being slapped by K1, impaled by Schofield. 1-for-1 trade, but Nouns still have a sign of life.
Yeah, but obviously they didn't get what they wanted there. It felt like they put in a lot of damage. Just couldn't finish off any of these heroes. Meanwhile, on the side of Beast Coast, Husky just provided too much healing there. He had Hand of God, he had Mech. Just managed to sustain his entire team through that. But we're running into damage problems again on Nouns. They couldn't finish off that Timber Saw there, even though he was super far separated from the rest of his team. And the fact that Tier 1 Tower was there made it super easy to
Timber Saw.
rotate in.
He's going to solo kill Husky in the top lane, barring some huge jukes from Husky. Yeah. I mean, if Nouns were, say, 1k down, I think they would have had the damage there. But being, 5k down during that team fight, it's a lot more items on Beast Coast.
I mean, Gunner's just not done his first item yet.
Yeah.
Switch over to buybacks there, because I thought they'd be coming in that last team fight, but we're 18 minutes in, he's sitting at 5k.
It's a tragic tale. I mean, he's 2k behind the next closest hero, the Mars of Dark Mago.
Yeah, he's the bottom of all cores.
Yeah, I mean, he's 5k behind K1. He's 3k behind the Troll and the Timber Saw. It's not ideal for Gunner.
Yeah,
he'll have the Orchid eventually.
He needs some time to finish another item.
That's the problem where not everyone on Nouns can get the items they need, and someone has to sacrifice, and it appears to be Gunner in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Which is never ideal for a Storm Spirit, a very item-dependent mid laner. Mid lane, Carapace play from Scopius at the arena from Dark Mago, Spear on top, Sacred and Stinger arrive. Stinger's the one who grabs the kill. A little bit of a kill steal on that one, but again, mission accomplished. Mu dead. One more core kill, parlayed into this middle T2 tower, perhaps. It's already half HP. I'm pre-drawing the boxing X. It's not long for life.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they want to have anything to do with this. I mean, well, they find these kills off onto the Mu. Gunner finishes up his, or he's only like 400 gold away at this point. You start to get close to the battlefield around the Troll Warlord. These are going to be your saving graces.
Yeah. It has to be Yamsun.
I mean, it's got to be both of them at the same time. Once the BKB and BKB and Orchid are done, you'll feel a lot stronger in fights. You're going to be able to jump the back line and grab the Rubik. Rubik's actually surprisingly tanky because he's got a mech though. It's a lot of health that he's healing. It's super bizarre to see Rubik just rush a mech, but again, they're not able to finish off any of these heroes. It's causing like the lack of damage on Nouns.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're Nouns, ideally you somehow get a good pick-off, so you kill 2 heroes, and then you go into Roshan, because they have good rotating potential.
Yeah.
But they need an opening. They can't just, 5v5 raw Roshan. They'll get owned in the pit by Dark Mago.
Yeah.
Schofield's imp, by the way, with Vendetta, but Nouns see him. Stun. Comes through from Mu. Punch comes through on Dark Mago. Meanwhile, Gunner will ball in towards Nyx Assassin. 1 dead on the side of Beast Coast. Nouns retreat. They'll take their minor gain, and they'll leave.
Yeah. Well, Aghanim Shard reveal, or Aghanim Shard coming in clutch there for that kill of Starbreaker. Obviously, the match move that you get with it means that the Spike Carapace isn't going to do anything. So he hesitates, hitting him for 1 second after it ends, and then finishes him off after Spike Carapace expires.
I just want to point out that Mu has gone 3 wildly different item builds in 3 Dawnbreaker games.
This is the exact same item he went. No, this is the exact same items he went last game.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My apologies. I was completely incorrect there.
Yeah, that is okay, my friend. Again, when I was talking, how could you forget the Kirito reference?
I'm
Ming say in the Falcon Blade.
I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what weave stuff means. You know that. You're well aware of this. You know me, neph.
He's a powerful dual wielder on Mu.
From what? I have no idea from where though. There's tons of dual wielding things.
No, there's one.
Or the bottom lane we see a jump on Schofield, but Beast Coast have grabbed the Aegis. Schofield takes down to the afterburn from the Orchid ending, but there's a lift on Gunner, catching him during his ball away into the Yules from Sacred into wraps us on K1 in time. Hell yes, there is. Down goes Gunner. Husky will barely get away as well.
Yeah, that was a sick play there by Stinger. He used the Celestial Hammer that he stole from Moo to get over the ice shards that Luz was using to secure Gunner's escape there. Well,
Dire's bottom tower
heads up
is
play
under
there
attack.
by Stinger.
Yeah.
He needs a new spell, though. His the Celestial Hammer is finally expired. Unfortunately, no one is around. Luz hiding in the trees down here, looking to set something up. And he's got his Observer Ward behind the tower, so he'll continue to have good vision over these heroes, but they're not down here yet. Yeah, they're going to be able to see super far back. They see.
They've got Lelis set up, and they're going to see Dark Mago mid. This could be their jump. They know that it could be a 4v5. Gunner goes forward, Orchiding, Sven. They choose to go on to the Timber Saw, who's low on HP. He'll use himself. K1 turns. Yamsun turns. Sacred chains away. K1 will lose 1 life, but in comes Dark Mago. The Arena is available. He's big KB as well. Arena and Spear Yamsun. K1 goes in, cleaving into Yamsun. It's a Troll Warlord down. BC, they head over to Moo. Moo's low on HP. A huge 4-man stun from Lelis, but they're still focusing Moo. Sacred is going on this man. Stinger drops to Lelis. Spear. Actually, Moo's still alive somehow. They have to kill this man. They have killed him now. At this point, it's time for Nouns to retreat. Gunner's completely out of mana. Dies to the chakra from Sacred. Husky and Lelis, the 2 supports, are the lone survivors. Yules on Lelis. The attention is split. Spear back on Lelis. Miss chakra from Sacred, but the chain will do the job. Husky will get Yules up as well. He'll die. And
they're bullying him. They finish him off with the God's Rebuke. That was rough. Dark Mago comes in with a double damage rune, the freshly completed BKB, and just destroys Nouns there. And did so much damage. They didn't have enough to finish anybody off on Nouns. Again, we're running into this issue where they don't have enough damage.
I mean, they got 1 life on Stinger, and they got 1 life on K1. That's a 5 for 2. And K1 still has 1 more life to work with the Aegis, so it's... I mean, it might not be Rax, but it's still a lot to win that fight.
Yeah. 12k net worth lead now on the side of Beast Coast. They're going to chase him out of base, but
Gunner's
all
going
your
in.
mana, my friend.
Okay. He's in the ice shard technically, but
Over here.
See, Pop's got strength on the Sven over here, so we're not going to want to chase him up the hill. They grouped up as if they want to smoke, though, but it's actually Beast Coast who smoked.
yeah, smoke is 4. Dark Mago shows. Moo is mid lane. He's been caught in the arena. He'll go magic immune temporarily, but his life will eventually be lost. Speared back, brought down, and now it's Yamsun on the run. Yuled up by somebody. Gunner balls in, finding K. Will be picked up by the Rubik. In comes Husky.
He's not getting the bash.
From Yamsun. Needs a whatever he can root and dash wise. He's going in from over. He's stunned down, brought down by Sacred. It's an absolute disaster for Nouns. They've lost 3 again. Dark Mago goes forward. Gunner's completely out of mana. He's slowed by multiple sources. He's brought down to the grave. And again, it's the lone survivor Husky. Getting bullied by Beast Coast. The clip will actually kill Schofield. Eventually, it's triple kill for Sacred. And again, another full 5-man wipe. And well, Beast Coast this time will get barracks.
Yeah, it wasn't a rack before, but it definitely will be now. They'll get Fortified back up. This will buy them a little bit of time, but not enough for everyone to come back up. They definitely lose at least 1 racks here. It looks like he just wants to clear out the creep wave. It's taking them a while. They're not doing a ton of damage this one. They'll have God Strength up in another 6 seconds. They don't have BKB, so it's time for them to retreat. They might lose 1 or 2 heroes on their way out here. Actually, Ball Lightning on Rubik will, so he can escape and not gonna be able to catch anything. Looks like that 16k net with advantage. 27-9 right now for Beast Coast.
Again, this game does not get any easier until a while from now. You still need more on Yamsun. You still need more on Gunner. And Beast Coast are fighting right here, right now. They're looking bottom lane. Lelis walks forward, snowballing Schofield. Ball in by Gunner. Dust has been used. Schofield will be left to die. He'll use himself, delaying the inevitable, but it will still come. It's better than nothing, but you definitely need. You wanted a better kill than that. You wanted K1. You only got Schofield.
Yeah. Now let's smoke up and try to find something else. I mean, remember what happened last time he had double damage rune on Mars? Now he's got a double damage rune and an arcane.
Jesus.
I feel like this is not the guy you want to run into. You need to
It's nuts.
100 to 0 him if you go on him.
Well, they're gonna try anyways. The BKB's in time, reacts to that one. He'll now turn with an arena, spearing back Lelis. Gunner falls in for Rubik as well. Lelis to fall, Dark Nigel to trade. Stinger will join him as well. So currently it's a 2v4 in favor of Nouns. They brought down a lot. They didn't get Timbersaw or Sven, the two most farmed heroes in the game, but they're getting something. They know they have to do something to bring this game back, and they're getting something.
You get the root pretty quickly that time on Jensen. It was very unfortunate last time. He got like 5-6 hits off onto the Sven as he was running away. He expended like the entire duration of his BKB and his battle trance. Barely got any auto attacks off on it. This time he managed to find a kill on the Mars, thankfully.
The concern is still the big man with the big sword. I mean, he has a lot of items. He's a full assault cuirass, working on a satanic. He's scary. He's just, I mean, he's a Titan Sliver now. Wait, never mind. It's Yamsa who had the Titan Sliver.
Yeah. You've been a ceremonial. He's only got one neutral item so far. He finds a Titan Sliver, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Extra magic resist status and damage be a problem.
There's a lot of options he could hypothetically get in the tier 3 once his team gets all the tier 3s. But currently Beast Coast only have one tier 3 neutral. But regardless, you know, we don't need him. We're going high ground. We actually being going on by Nouns. Rubik the jump. Yamsun pops the axes. Punch is there on Timbersaw. Arena Spear on 3. Yamsun pops his BKB, trying to man fight. Moo is dropping. Sacred is dropping. Lift up on Moo. Lelis is dead. Moo is dead. Yamsun is dead. Nouns again. They are disintegrating. Gunner will escape. Husky will not.
Oh, I didn't see that Husky got left behind.
And Gunner's not even alive quite yet. He's still being chased by Sacred. Perhaps all the way to the fountain.
In 2 seconds. It's gonna buy his team a little bit of time to get over here, perhaps.
What? He has Yules himself.
Unlucky.
That's how you know he had a bloodthirsty. He was down to a bloodthirsty. Great. I want to use him that badly. I was spamming the button. He's Yules himself. Regardless, with the team fight win, it's more racks for Beast Coast. They're cleanly up mid and bottom barracks now.
Yep, and it looks like they're trying to take top as well. You're going to have all your heroes back up before they manage to take the rack. Definitely loses tier 3 tower before they have troll, though. Flamethrower is making quick work of this one. They'll now move back. They realize all 5 heroes on the side of Nouns are up. They need to retreat. Nouns, I feel like they can't just let them walk away here. They need to be able to catch something.
Yeah, it was an early retreat from Beast Coast. They're showing a lot of respect here to Nouns, and you know, even though we know we're ahead by a lot in terms of kills, in terms of buildings, presumably in net worth as well, they're still backing off, making Nouns leave their base. That's what they're doing, smoking us 4. But again, they're right into Skullfield. I mean, they'll hopefully kill him, but it's not a good target. In comes Dark Nigel, spearing back Gunner. Nyx Assassin is still alive, has the Carapace. Gunner dropping low. Arena's going to be there on 3. And in comes Sacred, zoning away Lelis. Skullfield is finally down with a 1-for-1 trade so far. In comes K1, cleaving around, hitting Moo. Moo gets away, but on the high ground. He's stuck right now. He'll TP. That will be successful. Yamsa, meanwhile, is in a very bad spot. Brought down by Sacred over to Gunner. He's fighting Stinger, but he's completely out of mana. He is dead, and again, poor Husky. The last casualty of the team fight. A 4-for-1 in favor of Beast Coast. And they are looking to close out Game 3 in dominant fashion. Nouns have 3 buybacks, but the defense is still incredibly incredibly difficult, I should say. It's tier 4's time.
And DC comes out from the side of Beast Coast. I mean, we were talking about the internet issues before this one happened, but at the exact same moment he buys back into this game on Chen, I'm pretty sure the rest of the team is going to follow suit, but unfortunately still 40 gold away from being able to buy back on Yemsen. Oh, that's it?
They called it. They called it. They say, you know what, this defense, it's basically impossible. We're good. Congratulations, Beast Coast, and for Nouns, they will not defend their Season 11 title.
Yeah, it's going to be the second BTS Pro Series champion to tap out at the hands of Beast Coast. I mean, game number 2 looked completely dominant from the side of Nouns, but game 3 things fell apart again. Dark Mago's Mars over in the mid lane is something that I think a lot of teams are going to be careful for going forward here. I think that might even just be like first ban material. Man, that manages to pop off every game you give it up to him. And things just kind of fell apart. Troll Warlord comes online too slow, and Gunner never had the chance to come online, it feels like.
Yeah, at this point, I'm setting up the lobby for the next series, so I'm slightly distracted right now.
No worries.
You got this, Nev. You got this.
Yeah. Oh, well played there by Beast Coast. I mean, again, Worth just never ended up coming online in Storm. They played incredibly fast on Beast Coast, which impressed me. I mean, I think of like K1 as a carry, the person who just kind of sits back and farm, wait for the late game, and then you know, outplay the enemies there, just outfarm them. But in the last couple of series, they've really impressed me with their speed. So hopefully they keep this up. This new iteration of Beast Coast looking pretty good. In the upper bracket, like EG, which has you know, the other half of their players, but we'll see how they do going forward. That is going to be it for this series. Once again, unfortunately, it is going to be Nouns tapping out, Beast Coast moving forward here. So congratulations to them. The next match is coming up in what? 10, 15
About
minutes
10,
here.
15 minutes. Yeah, we have Infinity taking on Thunder Awaken, and the winner of that will have a date with Beast Coast tomorrow.
That's right. So, good luck to Beast Coast going forward, and that's a goodbye to Nouns. But we're going to head over to a short break, everyone. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.